Hello, my name is William Christopher Huff. I'm usually known as Chris by most of my friends and family, and I'm from Houston, Texas, and I lived over here in England, Wiltshire, England, for about 10 years. When I moved over here, I moved here 10 years ago with my wife, who's from England as well. I currently work for the NHS as an IT service desk analyst, and really enjoy doing that. But I've started a GoFundMe page because recently, about the time of lockdown, I developed a issue with swallowing and started having more and more difficulty. And yeah, so about March I noticed, and I wasn't able to get any kind of scan or anything for a while until about the end of June, at which point it was determined that I had cancer, specifically squamous cell carcinoma in the hypopharynx. And so since that time, I've been dealing with various things, even planning a radical surgery that was then canceled and just given up on. Now, this is the third sort of life-threatening illness I've had. I've had cancer in the past. I had it when I was 18, exactly 30 years ago, and got over that with 2 years of radiation, chemotherapy, and surgery. Also, since that time, my brother donated his kidney to me, and that's gone fine. That was 11 years ago. And but because of the anti-rejection drugs I'm on for the kidney transplant, they determined the surgery to be unsafe. So basically, I'm coming to you now to discuss that, because the only options left to me now are chemotherapy, which I'll be starting, but it would also need to be combined with radiotherapy in order to save my life. That's the only chance I have, really. Now, because I've had exposure to radiotherapy before, I've looked into other therapies such as Proton Beam Therapy. That's a specific thing I've looked into recently that could be the best option, and also what the oncologists think would be the best option. Problem is, it's reserved mainly for pediatric patients on the NHS, and so if I were to actually do that, it would need to be self-funded for a fairly significant sum, which we'll see below. So I'm looking into that now. They're very hopeful about that. But I do need to come to whoever can help me with this, because I can't afford the entire lump sum on my own, and it does need to be paid up front. So, but it is likely to be successful according to them at the Rutherford Cancer Centre. There are a few different Rutherford Cancer Centers, but this one would be the one in Reading, and I can post all the details below about the expenses. So, but, hate to come to ask for money, but it's, if you could find it within your heart to help me with this, I'd really like to continue working for the NHS and supporting them, as well as being with my family, being a supportive husband to my wife and supportive uncle to my nieces and nephews, both in America and here. I'll just name the names. So Iris back in Austin, Texas, and Anya and Joseph and Sam over in this country. And also my newborn grandson as of 3 weeks ago, who's Joel. And I really appreciate being here for him. And I'm afraid that if I don't actually get the money to pay for this, then I won't be. And just breaks my heart to see him and think that I won't be there. Especially with a newborn, just to look at him and say, oh, just think of all the promise of that, and then just look at him and think, but I might not be here for you. And I really don't want to have to say that. So, anyway, thank you for listening to this. I can understand if you can't afford to help me, or if you need to look out after. I mean, so many people are disappearing right now. This is a very difficult time. I understand that, and I've lost people too to this horrible coronavirus. But if nothing else out of this, please, after seeing this, just cherish every member of your family you still have, and cherish the time that you have, because we don't know what's going to happen. But thank you very much for listening. And if you do donate, God bless you. Thank you.